Hi there, welcome to my perfume channel. I'm Melanie, and today we're going to be talking about all of the subscription services that I use, as well as first impressions of the fragrances that I received this month. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate you being here today. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get started. So first I wanted to talk about Scentbird. I think Scentbird is the most famous, the most popular. It's not my favorite. We'll get into that in a minute, but certainly very, very popular. So Scentbird sends 8 ml samples. They come in perfume vials. These perfume vials are rounded at the bottom, and they come in these protective cases. They send you a case with your first order, but then they send you cases quarterly after that. So you don't get a case with each order, which makes it a little bit difficult. If you want a case for all of your perfumes, you have to pay for them. There's an upcharge on that. I definitely feel like this is a money grab. I know that previously they had the screw up cases, which I'll show you in a minute, that Scentbox and Realty Scents use, but have since changed and now make even more money off of the cases alone. I think they charge about $10 each for them. They do also send an informational card for each scent, which is pretty handy. It's not necessarily information that's different from what you can find on Fragrantica, but for example, it has an image of the perfume on the front, and then it has description and notes on the back. So it can be helpful, but not super necessary. Not something that I necessarily look for. According to my research, they have over 700 fragrances. I think they have mostly designer scents. They do have some niche fragrances, but a lot of their niche fragrances I don't find particularly interesting. They will occasionally have brand new releases that are decent though. They actually recently had Memoize's Guidance as well as Parfum de Marly's Valea. Those are both fairly recent releases, and so it was nice that Scentbird was offering those. With Scentbird, you can also take a quiz to help narrow down your preferences. You can also just go through their inventory and pick and choose your scents for the month as you like. They do have an option to have 1, 2, or 3 scents delivered per month. I'm actually on the 2 scent a month option. That's just my preferred way to do it. And then if you really like the scent, you can buy a full bottle on their site. I do find that their full bottles are a little bit overpriced. You can usually find them cheaper at other places. And as a side note, you can also buy fairly inexpensive small samples. Those usually run about $5. Their base charge is $16.95 per month. Their first month is a little bit cheaper. You can find deals if you go to other YouTuber sites, or if you just find a deal online. I think your first month can be about 55% off, so that's a really good deal. They do have a small discount if you order more than 1 scent a month like I do. For example, 2 scents is $27, 3 is $36.99. If you do want newer or more luxury fragrances, they do have an upcharge for that as well. They have upcharges of $5, $10, and $15, just depending on the scent. If you don't like a fragrance, Scentbird doesn't have an option to return. They do ship to the US and Canada, but as far as I know, they don't ship to any other locations. My choices for the month of September were actually Mind Games' Checkmate, as well as DS and Durga's Pistachio. So let's start with Checkmate. Got it right here in the case, and I'm just gonna spray it on a tester strip. Okay, this is a very potent fragrance, fruity, florally, definitely off the top. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Let's look at the notes. So it has notes of champagne, red currant, and Divana in the top. May rose, Bulgarian rose, and magnolia in the heart. And then it has patchouli, tobacco, and moss in the base. So to me, it smells very rosy and very fruity. You can definitely get that red currant, and that rose is quite prominent. I like it. I wouldn't say that it was a love, but I haven't tested it on skin. Again, this is just first impression, so I have no idea how it's going to react with my chemistry. So I'll have to try it out and see. But yeah, it's decent. Okay. Up next is Pistachio by DS and Durga. This one was created by David Seth Moltz. He actually does all of the fragrances for DS and Durga. And he co-founded the house with his wife. So yeah, I definitely smell pistachio off the top. I also smell almond. Not sure if that almond is connected with the pistachio. Those scents are fairly similar in my opinion. But I feel like there's a nuttiness for sure. Yeah, it's really nice. Let me read off the notes. So this one actually listed on Fragrantica lists pistachio on the top, pistachio in the mid, and pistachio in the base. But let's look at the card actually from, that came from Scentbird, and I'll tell you what's on there. So the card says pistachio, cardamom, roasted almond, and vanilla creme. So definitely more notes than just the pistachio, which isn't surprising to me. I definitely don't just smell pistachio. Yeah, there's definitely a hint of the almond. There's definitely some sweetness in there. I can smell the vanilla. Yeah, it's nice. It's really strong. Again, I have to test it on my skin to see if I actually like it. So those were the two scents that I got from Scentbird for the month of September. So next I'm going to talk about Scentbox. Similar to Scentbird, Scentbox also offers 8 ml samples. They also offer 1, 2, or 3 scents per month for a subscription. You can choose. But unlike Scentbird, they have twist-up bottles that come in cases. I subscribe to the 2 cent a month. Comes in this little box. If I open it up, you can see they have these twist-up bottles in here. It's also nice because the scent is listed on the bottom of the fragrance, which I really like. As opposed to Scentbird, Scentbox doesn't send any cards with notes or anything like that with the fragrances, but they do have a large selection. They actually have a larger selection than Scentbird of over 850 fragrances. I do find that they have a lot of the scents that I'm looking for, so they're probably my favorite for sure. They have lots of Byredo, Bond No. 9, Parfum de Marly, and Xerjoff. Also, as opposed to upcharging you for fragrances, Scentbox has a tiered plan. They have standard, premium, and platinum. In order to get a luxury scent, you have to be subscribed to the correct level of service. So to start, actually, I'm subscribed to the platinum level because I want to get the most luxury fragrances out of the way first that I purchase from them, and then I'll move down the tiers as I go along. The base charge for the standard service is the same as Scentbird at $16.95 per month. Their premium and platinum charges are $21.95 and $30.95 respectively. They also provide a small discount if you have more than 1 scent delivered each month, just like Scentbird does. For example, at the 2 cents, my charge is $56.95. Remember, I'm on the platinum subscription, which would be $61.90 if I bought those 2 separately at $30.95 each. Also, unlike Scentbird, you have the option to return up to 5 cents in a 12-month period, which is nice if you really hate a scent. These are 8 ml samples, so it will take a while to go through them, and if you really don't like them, it feels like a waste a fragrance. So it's nice that Scentbox has the option to be able to return a fragrance. I will definitely keep Scentbird until I run out of fragrances that I can order from them, even though I like Scentbox more and actually enjoy the selection that they have a lot better. Scentbox also has a rewards program called Scentbucks. They allow you to earn points to purchase more scents with these Scentbucks. I've actually been a subscription member for about 5 months, and after the 4th month of 2 cents a month, I had enough Scentbucks to purchase an extra fragrance, and I decided to purchase from Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria line. I purchased Orange Soleil with those Scentbucks. So it's nice that after about 8 fragrances through your subscription purchase, you get a free scent. So figure that into the cost of all of what you're getting from Scentbox. Scentbox ships to the United States, Australia, Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, Singapore, and the UK. So let's look at my choices for the month of September. I actually chose Parfums de Marly's Oriana, as well as Bond No. 9's Nolita. So let's take a sniff. We're going to start with Oriana. Oh yes, very powdery, very citrus. Yeah, I really like that. It's very feminine. Leans feminine, I shouldn't say very feminine. Oriana was actually created by Hamid Maradi Kashani and Natalie Lorson. Hamid has also created scents for Fragrance du Bois and Goldfield & Manx. Natalie has created hundreds of perfumes, including another 13 by Le Labo and Sketch by Maison Violet. Let's take a look at the notes. Oriana has mandarin orange, bergamot, and grapefruit in the top, orange blossom, raspberry, and blackcurrant in the mid, and whipped cream, marshmallow, musk, and ambrette in the base. Yes, this is very orangey and very sweet. I really like this one. I think I'm gonna get some use out of this one. Let's smell the other one, which is Nolita by Bond No. 9. This one's also very sweet, very citrusy, but citrusy and floral, I would say. It smells a little bit like a really nice shampoo. I do like it. Let's look at the notes. So this one has tangerine and freesia in the top, lily, jasmine, sambac, and rose in the mid, and musk, amber, and sandalwood in the base. Again, this is a first impression, but I do really like this off the strip. I like the floral citrus combination that they've done here. Yeah, that one's really, really nice. Like I said, it does smell like a very nice shampoo. Okay, next up I want to talk about Royalty Scents. Royalty Scents also provides 8 milliliter samples, same as Scentbird and Scentbox. They also offer 1, 2, or 3 scents a month. You can take your pick. They have similar packaging to Scentbox. They do come in separate boxes, but if you open the boxes, you will see they're also twist-up bottles, which is very convenient. They also have, in common with Scentbox, they do not send you cards or descriptions of the fragrances, so it's up to you to look them up on Fragrantica, which I don't have a problem with that at all. They have a decent selection, not as many as Scentbird and Scentbox, but they have over 500 fragrances. They do have quite a few high-end scents that I really enjoy. They have lots of Le Labo, Kilian, BDK, House of Oud, and Dior. They also have tons of Tom Ford fragrances, which are quite expensive. So it's nice that they have such a huge selection of Tom Ford. As opposed to Scentbird and Scentbox, Royalty Scents only has 1 subscription option, 1 subscription price. They don't have any upcharges at all. They have everything going for the same price, which is $19.95 for 1 cent and $36.95 for 2 cents. You do get a small discount if you have more than 1 cent delivered each month. I like Royalty Scents more than Scentbird, but not as much as Scentbox. So Royalty Scents would be my number 2. They ship to the United States, Australia, Canada, and Europe. My selections from Royalty Scents for this month were What About Pop by the House of Oud and Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Let's take a sniff of Tobacco Vanille first. Oh wow, this is super spicy. Yeah, I smell a lot of clove in this. Yeah, it's really spicy. This one was created by Olivier Guillotin. Olivier has also created perfumes for Dior and Ralph Lauren. Let's look at the notes. So, tobacco leaf and spicy notes in the top, vanilla, cacao, tonka bean, and tobacco blossom in the mid, and dried fruits and woody notes in the base. Yeah, I really do like this off the top. Very heavy on the spicy notes, but again, this is a first impression, so I need to see how it is on my skin and what the dry down is like. But yeah, first impression is good. Okay, next we have What About Pop from the House of Oud. Okay, the perfumer for this one is Christian Calabro. He's also created other perfumes for the House of Oud. He's also created perfumes for Boys 1920. Can definitely smell the popcorn off the top. Just kind of smells like a buttery, salty popcorn. Yeah, it's nice. Let's look at the notes. So there are top notes of popcorn, caramel, and hawthorn. Mid notes of whipped cream, Madagascar vanilla, and night blooming cereus. And base notes of ebony, benzoin, musk, ambergris, and Madagascar vetiver. I do really like this one. I want to see how it changes over the dry down though. I don't know necessarily that I want to smell like popcorn for the day. But if that scent then changes into some of the other notes and the popcorn takes a back seat, I think I would really enjoy it. Yeah, that one's also really nice. So last but not least, I also have a subscription to Olfactif. Olfactif is a bit different from the others in that you don't choose your fragrances, they choose them for you. They have 3 different types of plans. You can get 3 samples for women, 3 samples for men or on the masculine scent side, or you can get all 6 samples. I go for the feminine leaning samples, so I only get 3. Comes in this cute little box, quite nicely packaged. You open it up, and there's this little card in there. There are the samples. And each scent has its own little card. It also comes with this summary card that kind of talks about the theme for the month, which is really nice. These are actually 2 ml samples. The cost for my subscription is $20. You can get both of the women and men fragrances for $38 if you prefer. You can also get a slight discount if you purchase more than one month at a time. I actually purchased a yearly subscription and received 5% off, which was nice. The selection for this month is Montale's Infinity, Mancera's Jardin Exclusif, and Memoize's Solis. According to the card, this month's theme is the use of culinary, spice-laden, and fruity notes in perfumery. So let's take them out and take a sniff. So first is Montale's Infinity. This one doesn't have the perfumer listed. Let's take a sniff. I smell a lot of fruits. Definitely smell some spices. Yeah, it's nice. It feels very unisex. Let's see what the notes are. So top notes are black cherry, plum, saffron, pink pepper, and cardamom. Mid notes are oud, leather, sandalwood, rose, tuberose, and vetiver. And the base notes are tobacco leaf, amber, vanilla sugar, tonka, and musk. Not really smelling the oud off the top. That becomes more prominent in the dry down. I may not like this one. But yeah, at first sniff, I really like it. Let's go to the next one. This is Jardin Exclusif by Mancera. This one also has no perfumer listed. Let's take a sniff. Oh yeah, this one's super fruity. I'm making a face because I think I'm smelling ambergris in here, and I'm not a fan. By the way, this one came out in 2018. Infinity came out this year. So let's take a look at the notes for Jardin Exclusif. So the notes are pear, white peach, lemon, caramel, green apple, blackcurrant, and Sicilian orange in the top. Ambergris, I knew it, jasmine, violet, and Bulgarian rose in the mid. And white musk, Madagascar vanilla, and sandalwood in the base. As I mentioned, I don't really like ambergris, so I don't think I can do this one. It's not terrible. I do really like the fruitiness, but the ambergris kind of takes over everything. Not a fan. Okay, let's move on. This one is Memoize's Solis. This one also doesn't have a perfumer listed. This one was released last year. So let's take a sniff. Okay, I actually smell rose. It's nice. Not smelling much else. Rose seems to be overpowering everything. Let me read off the notes. So this one has geranium, juniper berries, bourbon whiskey, and bergamot in the top. Moroccan rose, cardamom, and orris root in the mid. And oud, patchouli, amber, and sandalwood in the base. Yeah, that rose is really strong and it's kind of overpowering everything else. So this is probably just your average run-of-the-mill rose oud fragrance. Again, as I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of oud, so I don't know if I'm going to like this in the dry down. But the rose off the top is nice. Yeah, not terrible. Okay, let me sum up this subscription video for you. I think I would recommend that if you're interested in any of the subscription services to review all of the perfumes that they offer and choose the one that has the best selection for you. Choose the one that has the most fragrances that you're interested in. The cost is fairly similar across the board with the 3 services that you can choose your fragrance for that I just talked about: Scentbird, Scentbox, and Royalty Scents. So I think if you find one that has just a bunch of fragrances that you would like, that might be the best fit for you. As far as olfactif is concerned, if you enjoy surprises, are interested in maybe smaller samples, and are interested in kind of being surprised every month by a new set of fragrances, you might try out olfactif because you might really like it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd like to know if any of you are subscribed to any of these services, and if so, what you think about them, you have had any issues with them, and put that in the comments below. How about any of the perfumes that I sniffed today? Have you smelled any of these? What are your impressions? I'd like to know. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy this kind of content, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.